I'm school board director in the 1st District, and I've been on the board a little longer than Director Miller. I've been on for a couple of years. And I think the decision-making power that we have is, over this takeover, is exactly what we're doing now. Coming out and speaking out against it. Coming out and trying to figure out why he wants to do it. Why the governor wants to do it. First of all, the governor said that education is going to be his top priority. But like we've heard, what happened to the state's budget? Education was one of the first things cut. And not only our district is getting cut, but all the districts. I just read an article, a little town a little north of us, Random Lake, has to make cuts because their funds were getting cut. And I think it's totally ridiculous if a governor that says education is his top priority, everybody has to cut. You know, and then the mayor wants to take us over. Well, before he takes us over, I want to see his plan for education. He has not come out with a plan. Now, I've seen his plan for the city. I normally don't like to criticize, but the only way we have to raise funds other than from the state is tax to city taxpayers. And unfortunately, the last couple of years we've had to do that. This year, we're hoping the increase won't be more than 3%. But if we were the mayor, maybe we would raise the garbage fees, raise the snow removal fees. And this he says to fix the roads. Well, you've heard Director Miller says he's had a pothole there for I don't know how long. And so where's the money going to? You know, where's the fiscal responsibility? He claims that we don't have fiscal responsibility, but we do. We're trying to improve. We have ways to go. I agree with that. We need to do it. But an elected body, I think, will do that better than appointed officials. And he's telling me, this is my opinion, he's telling me, because he wants to appoint people, that I'm not capable enough of making decisions on education for our kids. Director Miller isn't capable enough. President Bonds isn't capable enough to make decisions. Well, I've been making decisions for the last couple of years, and I admit I'm not the smartest person on education. But I have resources that I go to. One of the resources, valuable resources, is my wife, who's a teacher and works on the front line of the school. She knows what's going on there. Her friends are teachers and administrators. They know what's going on there. So I ask their opinion. What do you think of this? I bring stuff to them and say, what do you think of that? And they give me their opinion. And I value their opinion. I value my constituents' opinion. If you have an appointed board, you know what's going to happen? They're going to call the mayor and say, Mr. Mayor, how do we vote on this? How do we vote on that? Well, like I said, I think it's an insult that he doesn't think I'm capable. And that should be an insult to you. Every one of you that voted for a school board member, he's saying isn't capable enough of making a decision. Do you feel you're not capable enough of making a decision on who should be on the school board? Well, if you don't think you're capable enough, why even vote? It's an insult to me, and I think it should be an insult to you, because he doesn't think the citizens of Milwaukee are capable enough of voting the right people in to be on the school board. And I think that's absolutely ridiculous. I mean, I'm insulted by that. Like I said, I'm not the smartest person in the world, but I'm going to do my job because I ran for this board to help the children. And I feel that I was elected by my constituents, but I work for the children of Milwaukee to give them a better education and do what I think is best for them. I don't make all the right decisions, I admit that. You know, there may be decisions that I don't make that I'm on the minority of. But I try to make the right decision. And if you get an appointed board, like I said, they're going to call the mayor. They don't have a mind. They're going to call the mayor or the governor, whoever they report to, and say, what should I do here? They're not going to have a mind. And I think that's absolutely ridiculous. And I believe the takeover is being proposed because of the money. I'm not sure if the mayor wants our $1.2 billion budget so he can fix the potholes. But I really fear that if it's a takeover and the money is being used by the mayor, then he'll find ways to divert it to things that he needs. So he doesn't have to raise garbage fees. He doesn't have to raise snow removal fees. Well, take it from the schools, and they can suffer a little. And the thing I say is the best way to fight this takeover, exactly what we're doing. I would question the mayor. The mayor and the governor had this McKinsey report come out. There are some good things in the McKinsey report, but do you hear a lot about it now? All of a sudden it's kind of in the back burner. So they spent all this money to tell us that give your children canned fruit instead of fresh fruit, and that will save us a lot of money. Well, if I'm sending my kids to school and I want them to have a good meal, I can pay a little more to have fresh fruit than canned food. This is what they want to do. They want to go off this McKinsey report and say, you can cut I think it was $100 million. But if you look at some of the ways, and if you look at that report, there were a lot of things that aren't good for the education of our children. They're good for saving money, but not for the education of our children. So the best way to fight this is do exactly what you're doing here. Call your representatives, urge them that your democratic process is being taken away from you with this, and it's not going to solve anything. We as a board are trying our best to do what we think is best for the children of Milwaukee, and the mayor and the governor just wants the top, the race to the top money. I mean, why do we have to compete for something? Why do we have to compete for the education of our children? Thank you.